Hey guys, what's up? Back from Event Horizon Creations. So today we will actually be going into Java programming, but first things first. To start off Java programming, you actually need a file, like a Word document, but a bit different. So for all those Windows users out there, I would suggest downloading Notepad++. It is the best editor for code I've used in my life for Windows, that is Windows specific. So please download it, install it, and then we'll get to it. For all Mac users, please use Brackets. It is amazing. Its interface is really cool, and it has many features that can be used in the future. For now, we'll just be using it for Java, but please, Mac users, please download Brackets. Now, let's get to the actual stuff. Now, when we want to actually create a file that we want to code Java in, we actually need to do something very important. Something that tells the computer that this file is going to have Java code in it. So what could possibly do that? Well, let's enter testing. Let us have this file name as testing. But you have to add the .java at the end. What does the .java signify? As you might have guessed, it basically tells the computer that this file, or tells any editor, that this file will have Java code in it, and that basically it helps the computer. So now we've created a Java file. Now I've already created a Java file. I'm going to use that. Reason being is that it already has some code. I don't want to rewrite it. So, there are a lot of things that we might have to understand here. I will get into that I'll get into that a little bit later. But something important for the next video is that I'll be going over Java itself, the programming language, some history, and possibly something else. Let's see. So import java.io. Java.io, what is it? Well, it's something called a package. I will not be explaining what a package is right now because I think if I explain it later, you might have a better understanding. But for now, just understand what this stands for. What this stands for is that it allows us to use the input and output functions in Java. So what are the input and output functions? Well, in this case, the output function is system.out.println, and you can type in "hello everyone!" exclamation mark. So what exactly does this do? You guys might be wondering. Well, let us find out. So, for all Windows users, I would please request you to go to your search bar and type in CMD. You must have done this in the previous episode. So please enter CMD, or basically command prompt. Go there, and from there we will move on. And for Mac users, please find your terminal. So this is my terminal over here. So let's see. So whenever you're using a terminal or a command prompt, this is basically something that lets you access files in a computer and work on them. So right now the directory that it's on is Event Horizon Creation. That is my user account. So in my user account, there's a file called desktop. The desktop file contains everything on my desktop, including test.java. So if we want to open this file in the desktop, we actually have to go to the desktop first. So if we want to go to desktop, please press CD and desktop. Okay. So now if you see, it's taken us to the desktop. Windows is the same command. It'll take you there to the desktop. Once you're in the desktop, you can do something. So now, what you have to do is you have to compile the Java file. The reason being is that Java is a programming language, but the computer understands binary, not Java. So what Java has enabled us to do is, whenever you compile a Java file, it creates a class file. Now the class file always has binary code inside of it, which allows the computer to read it. Now from there, it tells the computer what commands to execute. So let us compile it. Now what is this? Javac stands for Java compiler. Test.java is my file name. Let's enter it. Okay, so now it has successfully created a class file. Now let's check out the class file. Now, if you already have a class file open, what it'll do is if you changed any of the code, it'll update the class file. Now, if I open it, I might get into some error. I'm not really sure what will happen. I've done this before. I mean, I have, but on Windows, not Mac. Yeah, there's an error. Okay, that's what I thought might happen, because it's not exactly readable by the computer. So go back to the terminal. So now we've created a class file, or in some cases could have potentially updated the file. So now once we have our class file, we are ready to execute the functions, or meaning the computer is ready to execute your functions using the binary code inside of the Java class file. I hope everybody's up to speed here, but if you're not, please leave your comments down below and I will try to answer them as quick as possible. Now, to execute the function, it's as simple as saying Java space test. Now, you don't have to put .java behind it because we're not executing the .java file. We're executing the class file. So just put Java test. So see, what it did was it outputted hello everyone exclamation mark. That's exactly what we told it to do. System.out.println apostrophes hello everyone. I mean quotations. So this is basically a function and it let us do something which is basically output hello everyone. Now what you see around it is something that we will get into in the next video or the next one. But just remember that you have to have these two things. Now, always remember, the public class is very important. You have to have that as the first one after importing all your packages that you need. In this case, for our reference, we will only need the IO package, which is input and output. And in this case, we only needed output. But we imported the whole thing. So now, public class. Public class basically defines where your code is going to be enclosed in. So right now our code is enclosed in this area. So now because of that, it's enclosed in the class. This just helps the computer identify where the code is coming from. In this case, it's coming from the class test. Now why test? Well, whenever you create a Java file, for example test.java, as you see here, the class name has to be identical to the name of your file. If they're not identical, you will get a compilation error. So please remember, test has to be the same thing. I mean, this class name, whatever is here, has to be the exact same as the file name without the .java. So if you copy this code down exactly and have the .java file, you should get a very similar result as what I got here. Hello everyone. Basically, we told the computer to output hello everyone. Pretty cool. We just told the computer something. So we will get into some other complex code eventually. I think in the next video, the next one. I haven't really planned that out yet, but that's it for this one. I hope you enjoyed it. Now, for any of you out there who don't think Java is really important, let me just say, Java is a very popular coding language, and on top of that, most Android apps actually run on Java and XML. So if you have your Android phone or tablet, on that any apps are most likely coded in Java and XML. So this is pretty important stuff. But on the other hand, even if you never use Java in the rest of your life, it's a pretty good baseline to start off with. So it gives you a good base, strong foundation, and after learning this, you can learn any other language at ease. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you liked it, please subscribe to my channel and like the video. And if you like this video, you probably might like the rest. So please stick along. Thank you so much.